YouTube.
Yo, that's crazy work.
You can't treat him like any of the other niggas around here because he ain't like any of the other niggas around here. You got it?
That's a fact, Jack. What up, YouTube? Big T.O. Heavy Bag TV. Man, if you don't get your goof ass in here and hit the bag. All right, man. Keith Thurman back. He's got a fight. And Naoya anyway, he got a fight. That's coming up, I believe it's Friday, my nigga. And guess what? Most of y'all don't give a damn. Damn.
God damn!
Now, when it comes to Keith Thurman, you're talking about somebody who just hadn't fought in a long time, right? He's fought twice in the last 6 years, nigga.
Bruh.
Nigga, you retired. Let's just say Keith is coming out of retirement. We ain't seen him in the ring since February of 2022 versus Mario Barrios, when I thought he did incredible, coming off a almost 3-year layoff since fighting Pacquiao, getting his pockets fat and kicking his feet up, right? He came back in 2022, destroyed Barrios, rearranged his face, and I was like, damn, the one time his back looked pretty damn sharp for that long layoff. But here we are again, approaching February 2025, and it looks like he's got a fight for March, right? Against the Australian Brock Jarvis. Now, I know most of y'all don't know who the hell that is, but he's somebody who's 22-1. He's got one lonely loss coming to another Australian by the name of Liam Paro, who just recently lost his, what did he have, the IBF? Yeah, that he took from Subriel Matillo, lost that to Richardson Hitchens, but that's his only loss, right? 22-1, but he's got 20 KOs. Whether they bums or not, it appears this dude's got some power. But in my opinion, and I know a lot of people are not going to agree with this, Keith Thurman is a classic fighter, right? Dude wasn't unified for nothing outside of either pure laziness or the silk sheets, you might want to call it. Whatever the case may be, the time off has pretty much killed him. It made him irrelevant. I don't know whether to blame Keith Thurman or blame the PBC. A part of me definitely wants to blame the PBC, but for Keith Thurman as well, not willing to kind of concede as far as what you're making for these fights. He did have to pull out of the Tim Tszyu fight due to an injury, according to Keith Thurman. That was unfortunate, but it's just a lack of activity, bro. And it's gotten to the point where people just don't care.
Bruh.
At the end of the day, Keith Thurman name is not in the mix. He's not in the mix with the world champions about potentially getting a world title shot. It's just, it's obscurity to an extent, unfortunately, for Keith Thurman. But if any of the older champions, I feel, had a real chance at coming back strong and really making a splash and maybe even winning a world title again, I think it's Keith Thurman, man.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
Type of throwback fighter that has the IQ, has the power that you have to kind of respect. And if he still has the legs, Keith Thurman is extremely dangerous for anybody, in my opinion. Understand that dude's 30-1, and he's only got, his only loss comes to a legend in Manny Pacquiao.
Big facts.
So, that's the best explanation I can give for the reason why nobody gives a shit about Keith Thurman right now. He's got to blame himself, and he's definitely got to blame PBC. Now, Naoya Inoue, on the other hand, somebody who's actually fighting, I believe it's Friday, and nobody gives a damn. Obviously, has a ton to do with promotion, and the fact that he hasn't fought on American soil in over 4 years, I believe it is, fighting out there in Paradise, Nevada, back in 2020, 2021. But most of his bouts have taken place in Japan, right? And if you want to, be this huge boxing superstar, unless he's happy with where he is, he's making plenty of good money. I mean, listen, the dude has earned the accolades. He's about to have his third title defense that's undisputed. I've been paying attention to a lot of people, a lot of core fans have been. So you got to give him a lot of credit. But outside the core fans, and if you take away Fulton and Donaire, you probably can't name anybody else that's truly on the resume, right? That people outside of the core fans would actually know, right? And, you know, of course, it's in Japan. It's crazy hours over here. So Naoya Inoue wanted to be relevant, right? More relevant. He would probably have to, you know, deal with Riyadh season. Come up those 4 pounds from 26, even though I know he's a small guy, but it's a lot of names, in my opinion, that you can get some clout off at 130, right? And you could even challenge Tank Davis at 130. So both of those guys could have a fight with somebody else who has entered the top 10 pound for pound list for a lot of outlets, right? So that would make sense to give more exposure to Naoya Inoue and his skill set that he has. And I don't think it did him any favors that he got dropped his last fight, I believe it was, but ton of skills nonetheless, a pound for pound fighter nonetheless. It just sucks that he's down there with the smaller guys that, let's just be honest, most people just don't pay no damn attention to. I'm gonna keep it a bean, right? And I'm talking about a lot of core fans as well. We try to pay attention, and I'm guilty as well, but under 130, man, it starts getting hard. I'm gonna keep it a bean, but I think that's the best explanation I can give to y'all of why nobody gives a shit that Naoya Inoue is fighting Friday and is probably not going to do a ton of views. All right, man. Definitely want to know y'all's thoughts in the comment section. Let me know how you feel. Big T.O. Heavy Bag. I am out of here. Talk to him, Roger.
Most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing.